Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's another episode of the Jupay Podcast Live. My name is Nathan Kwao. Thank you so much for joining us. It's, after 5 p.m. in Ghana. I don't know what time it is wherever you are watching us. But thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon or morning or evening, depending on your time zone. My name is Nathan Kwao once again. This podcast is proudly powered by our very good friends at Jupay. Jupay is your number one money remittance service. If you are in the US, you are in Canada, you are in the UK, you want to send money to Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Kenya, and South Africa, and you are not sure which medium to use, I recommend to you, ladies and gentlemen, the best choice, which is Jupay. Easy to set up, easy to use, nothing hidden. Everything is out in the open. The service is smooth and absolutely seamless. All you need to do is set up that account. Download the app first, enter your details, set up the account, and enter the recipient's mobile money number or their bank account, and you get yourself a wonderful time in terms of sending the money. Plus, if you employ any of the promo codes, Nathan, Coach, and Fento, you are getting $5 off your very first $100 transaction. During the World Cup, you enjoyed goodies, match tickets to watch Samini, tickets to the cruise party with Wendy Shea, all that and more. That's what Jupay offered you. And greater things is what Jupay will offer you as we head into the new football season. You can follow Jupay across all the platforms on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and on TikTok at Jupay Official. And trust me, you'll absolutely love it. Alrighty, let me introduce my guys. Joining me in the red corner is Mr. Fento Tahiru.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Right now, I guess all the listeners of Jupay Podcast Live will call me Salamatu. Because last week I came here, my malam lied to me.
You said if Spain win, we should call you Salamatu. Where's my phone? Let me change Fento's contact on my phone now.
No. I blame my malam.
Hold on.
Because
I'm changing Fento's name.
Obadiah, calm down now. Relax. Relax.
Relax for what?
Why? You are behaving like you don't live in Ghana. The politicians, they promise and fail.
Even the pastors are getting involved.
They are getting it wrong.
There's a pastor who said
thank you very much.
The pastor, I shocked. That pastor, if you not can't talk for radio.
Obadiah, calm down for me. The prophecy said the real pastor saved, the real priest saved.
I listened to them and said, hey, there's no way Argentina will not win the World Cup.
Thank you very much. I said, God has told him.
God has told him.
Revealed to him in the spirit.
Argentina, they won the World Cup. No, Spain, but this second. France. Also, he said, France to top 10.
Thank you.
France to top 4. Just say, I'm perfect, of course, the only one he got correct, which everyone at all will get correct, is no. He says, no.
Now you don't get correct.
Otinina. I said, what can pastor this?
So data freely.
I mean, if I had to go in church, I go stop.
Oh, why?
We can't wait what
prediction
prophecy. But they reveal then fail. If it be genuine prophecy from God, it will come to pass. Me, if you're a member of that pastor, I wish I would get his name. Stop that church. He's
free me.
True pastors don't get involved in football.
Free me.
Football it doesn't really concern pastors.
God is concerned about football. You know what you have to do to win football games.
Football games
it's
are
scientific.
It's determined by prophecies.
It's scientific.
All right, no problem. Anyway,
scientific.
Thanks, but anyway, I'll get to editing your contact later.
Free me.
In fact,
is also here.
Your contact stage should stay changed to Salamatu. Because you didn't reference any malam or pastor when you made the statement. It is now that you are telling us that your malam or whatever failed you. You didn't reference any of them when you made those very bold statement that if Argentina doesn't win the World Cup, you should be called Salamatu.
I thought I was in the spirit.
Salamatu. But they are told Salamatu.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, I've never seen a more one-sided final in my whole life.
No problem. We'll get into that in a second. But anyway, before we do anything, shout outs to Auntie Lou for giving us these wonderful. This is the lemonade. I've enjoyed this from day one of the Jupay Podcast Live. We are still enjoying. In this lovely pack, there are some great things. Croissant and their sausage rolls are also representing. So if you want to enjoy these and more, kindly go to Auntie Lou. If you visit any Jupay service station or not Jupay service station, any JP fuel service station, right? You find it all there. Subhouse, Auntie Lou, and the works. And then if you want to send money from the US, Canada, and UK, it's Jupay. All right, so I've introduced Fento Tahiru. Christopher Nimley is also here. Chris, how are you doing?
Charlie, I'm fine. Oh, at long last, the World Cup has ended. When it was about to end, I didn't want it to end. I wish we could have another extended 1 month.
I see.
So that we enjoy.
Of more football.
Charlie, of more football. You know that's what we lived on, isn't it?
Of course. I mean,
we chop
the league
football.
season will start very soon. So, yeah. Anyway, you can send me your comments on YouTube, on X, and on TikTok. If you are watching us live on TikTok, great. If you are watching us live on X, wonderful. If you're watching us live on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. You can drop your comments. We'll go through them as we go along. All right, so let's start off with the 2026 World Cup final. I know it happened about 6 days ago, I think. Spain ended up winning by 1-0. Ferran Torres with the goal in extra time in a game that I felt Spain should have won in regulation time. But Argentina held on, and ultimately it ended up being Spain winning by 1-0. Spain getting their second World Cup title. Their first coming in 2010, the second happening in 2016. 16 years apart, Spain have their 2 stars, and they are hoping to see if they can win more World Cup titles as they go along. You can let me know what you think, right? What did you make of Spain winning that final? What do you make of Argentina? Different things have been said, all kinds of conspiracy theories we won't get into. All kinds of things concerning the Argentine team, how they behaved, people are angry. We'll get to all of that later. But Chris, your thoughts on the final? Spain winning by 1-0. They dominated possession. They created chances. Maybe they should have scored more than one, but the one is what they got.
Before I comment on that.
They asked me the question.
No, he said Chris.
Did you say Chris or Fent?
No,
The my days. Oh.
I thought you said Fent and Chris.
He said Chris.
Are you Chris?
Look at this funny man. Look. Jupay has done wonderfully well.
Yes, they have. They have. That's true.
We started. We continued through the World Cup. And today will be not our last Jupay program.
Yes, but the last World
Cup related program.
Yes, so shout out to a round of applause for the people at Jupay.
Look,
all the guys who make it possible. Sean, we are always on his case.
Sean gets no shout-outs.
Why?
Eustace gets no shouts.
Why?
Everybody else on it.
No, but, Sean.
Thank you very much, Coach. You know why Sean can't get any shouts?
Has Eustace come? Eustace. He come.
Not yet.
Chris, Eustace ever.
What about Didi? What about your friend Didi?
Why? Didi, I see him only once. I know me if you're not confused. Oh, boss, who cameraman, come on. No confused now. That's what Eustace did.
The people that deserve shouts, that our cameraman and the guys on our production, solid guys. Ask for Sean,
Chris,
and then the sound guy.
Ask for them.
What's happening today?
Ask for them.
And then
two. Last week she didn't come. Why? Have you sent her somewhere?
No, forget about her. What about your friend Heavy D?
No more Heavy D. Heavy D, but I don't know what I didn't get you. Heavy D there.
What about your friend Eustace?
He's not back yet.
Yes, but even when he's back, do you see him?
No, Eustace there. If he comes back, he doesn't do what he has to do. No more camera. None of us here will accept CDs from Eustace.
We are taking dollars.
We are taking dollars.
Thank you very much.
Donald Trump currency.
What about Sean?
Sean then share. Nah, Dubai. Nah, Sean Dubai.
No, you see, the point is, ask for Sean. Sean, there's not much he can do. As for Sean, when we present our grievances, he carries them the hand.
It's like a middleman.
Yeah, he's the middleman.
The middleman.
But the middleman today enjoy. So unless Sean is enjoying and he's not telling us.
But I believe he's enjoying.
Have you read the book by Amujoleto?
Money Galore.
Yes.
Brilliant book. We read it in secondary school.
The middlemen.
Yeah.
They are the problem.
Talking about, I always that book.
She know be come na get Sean the problem.
Thank you, coach.
You've spoken about. As for that book, look, viewers, this is on the side. If you can find a copy of Amujoleto's Money Galore and read it, you will love it. You will love the book because you see that book was written many years ago, probably in the 70s.
Yeah, probably 60s.
Maybe 60s. But it talks a lot about Ghana as we know it. Right? The funny things people in authority do. Find that book to read. Amujoleto, Money Galore. You love it.
I mean, shout out to Eustace and then the big man himself.
Yes.
John.
No, but that's why he's the big man.
1975.
Big man, like, you see, I remember the first program, Big Man showed up.
You
remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
He showed up, this thing there go be. Like this final World Cup program. Like Big Man, he for day.
No problem. You will talk to Big Man.
It's a problem. No, Big Man, if I know you, no one profile. Ani bulaba oye. She wa buleta. Bulefe bode yo. Ole beno viole. Eustace, Charlie, look. But Jupay has been fantastic.
Yes.
My friend Ebo Alatwa in the States, he's also gotten some few guys to join. They have been using Jupay, and he's always admitted to me that Jupay services is one of the best. Once you download the app and you decide to send the money to whoever, the amount of money, it will just come directly as you send it.
That's right.
And it's on time. It is so much on time that is what you want to work with.
Exactly.
That's right.
And so if you're out there and you are listening to me or you're watching the pod, there are wonderful things that Jupay has in store for us. I'll wait when the time is due, they will launch those things. But the motivation here is that stay glued. Recommend the Jupay app to other people.
Recommend people.
Recommend people to join to use the app.
And follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel too.
Yes.
Because there's all kinds of wonderful content that's coming up in terms of the new season.
Social issues.
All kinds of things.
What I'm sure we'll not talk about is politics. But apart from that, anything goes.
That's it.
Because, Charlie, Ghana is hot. Ghana is hot. Yesterday I visited Kolibu. During my submission, I will find a way to squeeze my Kolibu visit. And I'm going to encourage you, Nathan, Fent, henceforth, a woman, just go to such places and just have a look at what goes on there. Just to see what fellow Ghanaians are going through. Charlie, it will change the way
you're right.
You see things.
You're right.
I told the people there, when I got there, believe you me, there were doctors who recognized me and were happy that I came there. I said, I was there, I just want to come and see what goes on here. Because I think the last time I visited was like 7 years ago, when my uncle, who of course was my father, died there of dialysis. He was on the dialysis machine, kidney failure, that he died. I've not been there again. But I've just decided that I'll go to such places.
Yeah.
I'll go to places like that to see what the ordinary Ghanaian is going through.
Yeah.
Ethan, you go shocked.
Brother, don't even go there.
Look, you'll be shocked.
Don't even go there.
So for me, we thank God that we are alive.
Absolutely.
We thank God for your life. One of the doctors told me something. He said that, as for Kolibu, yare bia bebo ubiano. So baby dia ne faba Kolibu. Because that is where they think the best service. And I'm saying, best ponia. Then as a country, Nathan, we have a long way to go.
You're right.
One thing that shocked me, when I'm done, then I will pray. One thing that shocked me was that the OPD of patients with stroke is not on the ground floor. It's at the top. So imagine somebody comes with stroke. Even if you are supposed to carry the person, you only use the lift. The lift can be
so you have to use the steps.
You have to use the steps. Hey, when I got there yesterday and the man told me that this is the stroke. I said, but why is it not on? I said, why is it not on the ground floor? Why is it here? Because common sense, common sense will tell you that where you put the OPD for such patients, it's wrong. It should not be there. If you go outside, it is not like that. Such patients are on the ground floor. Because
or even if it is up, accessibility.
You need to find a
so
way
apart
of
from
moving
the lift,
people.
you shouldn't also only have staircase.
You
should have a place where you
can.
can. Yeah.
And the icing, I'm using the word icing because of how bad it is.
And the worst of it all.
The worst of it all.
The worst of it all. Go to the maternity ward. Nathan.
And Charlie.
His Excellency Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The doctors told me that when he visited Kolibo, he described the maternity ward as a death trap. Less than 2-3 weeks ago, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, when he went there, he described the same maternity ward as a death trap. Thank you. When I went there yesterday, Jesus Christ. And look, the bed, if you put your foot there like this, you can see it was maternity ward.
It's about to collapse.
I'm telling you, as I sit here today, if I hear that maternity ward collapse today, right now, I will not be. No wonder they said the president has directed that immediately they should reposition and bring the whole building down and build it. Because if we don't do that, God forbid.
Because now people are going
to.
You see why?
What I saw yesterday.
You see why? I think this is why people come to watch us. Exactly. This is exactly why. Because we give them some sort of escape. If we thread down this path,
then we are.
So, coach, the problems there. Today we have come to offer the people an escape. Let's go on that tangent. Anyway, because Chris, I guarantee you, many people come here to escape from all the things we are talking about.
All the realities.
And it's not that we are not aware or we can't talk about them, but we have decided that, look, therapy, laughter, like all these things, sports is one of the biggest therapies in the world. It offers people such a huge escape from their daily struggles and their daily problems. So
I regretted, and I pray for forgiveness. I regretted being a Ghanaian because of what I saw yesterday. I said, Ghana fani, mikrumni.
And that is our biggest hospital.
Yes, you are Zibat.
Anyway, let's pray.
Wakogbele ya choma cheyeli aba. Shidambo. Efe no yo boha wonile. Bogbele wo jomo. Boha ni wo yo no ni wo yo. Jomo Jupay. Mo fia mo ni ba yusu Jupay. Ke send shika ke ha omanfoko ye Ghana, ye Alata, ye Kenya, ye South Africa. Yo wa okay. No chimo fe no chimo ni na kama ocho. Jomo mo. Ne na le akpe abo.
Amen.
Ne nye chon Jupay no. Ne ke magician. Na anya ke kwachia. Ne shall be anamishe. Jomo woye, Jomo Sean, Jomo Eustace, Jomo wo cameraman ke every me fan, Jomo ame. Boss said then Choma chi padi agbo na actually Mr. D. Admit padi egbe. The one who came here that he's not been here. Didi. Heavy D. Ka ota yo wazeba ta job be ani bulabo e. Heavy D ani bulabo e. Heavy D. Obule e bashi. Yo wa ba job, obule ba wo no. Wonder wishing you yes by me. Amen.
All right. All right, let's proceed. So as we said earlier, Spain are now World Cup champions. It's interesting. I don't know how many people saw it coming at the start of the competition that Spain would win.
I said Chris will have to take his flowers. So congratulations.
I did.
Bro, I've been with this man for a long time. This is one of the few occasions where, like, he's a very passionate predictor, right? But he's had it wrong so many times. It doesn't mean that the reason for his conviction at the beginning was invalid. No, it just happens that.
When you say I've had it wrong so many times, you talk about maybe the EPL.
Of course, man, what else am I talking about? That's what we talk about 80% of the time.
Otuado, I said, oh yeah.
Not that. You know what I'm talking about. But like I said, that doesn't mean that the conviction for the prediction at the time was wrong, or it just happens that it's football.
That's right.
It never always works out the way. But this one, right from the start, coach was very spot on. He said Spain were going to win. Spain are the best footballing country in the entire competition. No one would come close. I thought Argentina had it in them to give them a fight, even though I obviously didn't argue how good Spain was. I just thought Argentina had a bit of physicality in them that they could find a way around the Spain possession, the Spain ability, technicians. And they did try in the first few minutes. You saw they were very aggressive, especially on the second balls. But Spain being Spain, and for a country that believes so much in their system, they just kept to it. They were patient, and eventually they played Argentina at the park, limited them to 0 shots on target in 90 minutes of football. And Spain's style of football is so difficult to play against because what they do is they starve you off the ball, make you chase shadows. So you just burn energy upon energy upon energy, not doing anything. That's the whole part. If you were expending all that energy and getting the ball and moving the ball around, it's better because when players have the ball and they run with the ball, it's far better for them than when they do it without the ball. That's why it's much easier for you to play with the ball than it is for you to track back and defend without the ball. And Spain make you do the latter for maybe 80% of the time that you are you're on the pitch. And that's what they did to Argentina. And coach said here about the Messi situation, and that for the first time, all of that Messi walking and his inability to join his team in defending, that will be punished. Because he has said here that for majority of the games that Argentina have played, they've played most of the match with 10 men. Because Messi never does any of the defending. Messi shows up in the most crucial moments. And then to big credit to him, and I told coach here that the most important thing about the Messi situation is that in the most crucial moments, he has shown up. When they've needed him, he has shown up. And he insisted that, unfortunately, they might not be able to find him in this game for him to show up. And that's what Spain did brilliantly. They blocked all the passing lanes to Messi. And every time they got a ball and whipped it up to him, he was so isolated. By the time he even had enough time to control the ball and locate a teammate, Spain have already hustled him off the ball. And remember that Messi is no longer Messi of 19, 20, 21 years old, where he could dribble past 2-3 players and maybe still retain possession and wait for teammates to come in. Because it simply doesn't have that. So he would have the ball, no one else near him, because Spain made sure of it. And by the time his teammates got into the scene, he's probably lost possession. So if you watch the heat map of the passing, his teammates couldn't locate him. But even with that, it looked like Argentina's plan was working. Up until Enzo Fernandez got sent off, they didn't have a single shot, not even shot on target. They didn't have a single attempt at goal. And yet, it was 0-0. So it just seemed like they were trying to take the game all the way to penalties. And once they got to penalties, it was a 50-50 chance from then on. Then Enzo Fernandez got sent off, a really silly red card, a second challenge that was so unnecessary. But you can just tell that it came out of the frustration of Spain just denying them of the ball so much that he just lost it. It's like, what the heck, man? And just flew into the Spain player, got a second yellow card, got sent off. And from then on, what was a difficult game became an impossible match. But even in extra time, after Spain scored, Argentina showed a bit more bite, a bit more hunger. They had certain moments where they could have got an equalizer. The Giuliano Simeone incident probably should have. And then there was another shot across the face of goal before that. But in the end, I think it was Spain were deserved winners of this World Cup. And they have been brilliant all throughout the tournament. And they absolutely deserve to win. The better team played Argentina out the park, gave them no chance at all of getting anything out of this game. So, well done. And Spain's victory is just another true evidence of what we've been saying. We said that, the coach just said it at the beginning of the program. You can't skip the processes and expect to win. This is Spain's win is evidence of how the processes and the systems work. Because the coach that they have, we spoke about it last week, he's been Spain coach at youth level since 2013. He joined the Spanish FA in 2013, took charge of the under-19s team, won the Euros in 2015. Then they promoted him to the under-21 teams, won another Euros in 2019. Then they promoted him to the under-23 team. He took them to Olympic Games, finished second, got a silver medal. And then once the...
they won Olympic gold.
No, that wasn't with him.
Not with him, okay.
That wasn't with him. He went to Tokyo and got a silver.
Okay, yeah, they got silver. Okay.
Yes, the gold was... The following year, they got gold, but with a different coach.
Okay.
Yeah, in Paris. And in all of those processes, he maintained the same core players. From Fabian Ruiz, Unai Simon, they started with him at under-19 in 2015. Oyazabal, all of them. And he kept faith with them. And by the time he became the senior national team coach,
they had matured.
70, 80% of the players, he made them. He had control over them. And you can see it even in the conduct of the players. They come because there was another generation of Spanish players that probably would not tolerate the kind of things Argentina did.
Exactly.
Like the Javis and the
Sergio Ramos era. They would have dished it out themselves.
But this guy seems to have a certain hold. And it's a very calm figure. And you can see that the players reflect his personality. And you can just tell that he owns this team. And everybody responds to him. And if you look at all of the players that played at this World Cup, and the options that were on the bench that did not necessarily play with him at youth levels that many people thought were better. Mm-hmm. But in football, especially national team football, it's not always about who is in the best form. It's who the manager trusts to do a job. Because whether it's left back Cucurella, when he took Cucurella to the Euros, Cucurella wasn't supposed to be first choice.
No, he wasn't. There was the boy in Germany who was playing under Xavi Alonso.
Grimaldo,
who had a better season.
Yeah.
But he trusted Cucurella because he knew Cucurella. Played with him at under 21. He took him to the Olympic Games. He trusted what he could do. Look at the debate with Unai Simon and Raya. Who had a better season?
Anybody at all. I would have picked Raya.
Thank you. But between those two, which of them does he know?
It's Unai Simon.
From under
19.
They trusted him, and he won goalkeeper
of the tournament.
So, these are the things. And I think well-deserved to them. Argentina, hard luck. I feel like my only problem with this whole thing is that I feel like Messi should have won best player. But that's a different conversation. But I think all in all, Spain were absolutely brilliant and deserved to win.
Chris, your thoughts. You called Spain from the very beginning, and you said that if they got to the latter stages, they were always going to win.
Yes.
Were you surprised the final ended 1-0?
Yes, I was.
Even surprised he went to extra time.
Yeah, I was, because I thought that final would have been done within 90 minutes, and maybe respectfully, a 2-0 or a 3-0 would have been the perfect scoreline. If I was to predict, that was what I would have predicted. But Nathan, having said that, football don't lie. Football. I'm a science person. You people are into the languages and stuff like that. For we, the science persons, or science people, we have our way of doing things. I remember when I walked into the first science class in Accra Academy, and then my teacher at the time took me through the simple, basic experimental procedures that you have to undergo. And once you're able to subject any subject matter through those experimental steps, you can emphatically and boldly conclude on the matter based on your data.
Yeah.
Okay? He gave us the simple acronym that means that we should, that came out of the word ADOHIRAC, where the ID represented identifying the problem. O was to observe what you have identified. Okay, I've seen this. Let me observe some trend in behavior of the thing. Then the H stood for hypothesis.
So can I form like an intelligent guess? You've seen something.
Can I guess why it is? Could this be the reason why? Okay, then I go and experiment to find out whether my guess or otherwise is contributing to why the thing is behaving the way it is. Based on that, I'll put down some data. So that is recorded. After putting down the data, I'll go and analyze the data based on behavior, the behavior I saw. Then from there, I'll go and conclude. So that is ADOHIRAC. And then when I come out to conclude, I will now ask other scientists or chemists to go to the lab and verify what I have done. If they can verify, and they end up believing or confirming what I did, it is put out there as a postulate that other can refer to for further studies, right? And I believe this is what the Spanish Football Federation has done.
Okay.
Look, Spain will go to other tournaments until they became dominant. How many times were we not tagging them as the underachievers of world football or European football?
Yeah.
It became a tag on them.
Yeah.
And they felt that tag needed to be removed.
Mm-hmm.
So they identified what the problems were. And then they started the process.
I was reading something, right, just to support your point. Luis Aragonés.
That's right.
When he became Spain coach, maybe 2007, I think, he noticed something. He said, whenever they went to competitions, he noticed that they played very physical, hard. They wanted to play in transition. He noticed that was never going to help them because he noticed that
it wasn't part of
other countries were stronger than they were.
Exactly.
Teams were better at playing transitional football. So he decided to go in a different direction. Find players or groom players who were technically solid.
That's right.
Players who can get on the ball and play. Because he believed that if we dominate the ball, nobody can worry us.
Exactly. You understand? So they did exactly that. And then they started working towards it. When that Barcelona team became so dominant, everybody could see and say, oh, okay. If they can lift the Barcelona players, 8 of them, 7 of them, in their starting 11, in 2008, 2010, 2012, where they dominated everybody. Once that worked for them, they felt that this is the way to go, or this is the way to go. You know what? During one of my coaching courses in the States, I remember after the class, then the instructor recommended that if we can, everybody should get the Spanish Soccer Coaching Bible, Volume 1, Volume 2. I think I've shown you that book before.
Yeah, I think you have.
So we all placed an order. All the coaches who had come, they placed an order. On the Volume 1, they have the picture of Ivan de la Peña. You remember that?
I remember ex-Barcelona.
Ex-Barcelona.
Yeah.
And then on the Volume 2, they had, is it Higuera or, he also played for Real Madrid. Mm-hmm. They acknowledged that these two teams more or less represent what Spanish football is all about. And I'm telling you before God and man, thank you. If you read that book from page 1 to the last page, both Volume 1, Volume 2, there's only one conclusion. If you are afraid of losing the ball, you have no business putting on a Spanish jersey. So look at their players, even their goalkeepers.
Yeah.
They are not afraid of losing the ball. Under pressure, when the ball is given to them, a Spanish goalkeeper, before you see him leave, they were the originators, apart from the Dutch, of the small-sided games. In that book, that is where they introduce. You will have time on the ball, take hold of the ball, and pick the pass that makes sure that you retain what? Possession.
Spain is that they let them play futsal.
Yeah.
Indoor football.
Yeah.
Why? It is to encourage. So, yeah.
It's not for coaches only. It's for educational purposes.
Okay.
So you can learn
You
to
know,
me.
and
like
you talk about the small-sided games. So I'll read something. I'll tell you something that I found fascinating.
Yeah.
When I read the 2008 Euro technical report, the entire 3 weeks in Austria and Germany playing triangles. Whilst other teams went to training and did, free kicks, corner kicks, penalty, like your regular training session, all they were doing.
Less
all they
space,
were doing.
reduce space under pressure, keep ball.
And by 2012, they had perfected that system so much that
They play without strikers.
They deny everybody of the ball so much that I never boo them.
To Man City.
Yes.
He said it's almost like he had to learn to play football
All over
again.
again.
Yeah.
He says Pep Guardiola, when they are playing their small-sided games, Maguire blocking the pass says, I don't
take
care.
that risk.
Find him. Play the ball forward. Find the free man.
Charlie. So when you watch them play, for me, I'm so much into them that so all that I've always said that maybe that one of the reason, I don't know whether it's a blessing in disguise or it's something they are not paying attention to, or that is the way they want to play. They don't focus on a target man. But I think that in going forward, they will need a target because there's always a plan B, or there's always a mix.
Yeah. In 2008, I think one of the things that helped them was that in 2008 they had two very good strikers.
That's right.
Torres and David Bia, and then they have Danny Guiza. Danny Guiza was the other option.
Exactly.
If they wanted to go long, play to Danny Guiza.
But since those guys,
there's been times when they've always had that option. I think Llorente also became another
choice
for them.
Yes.
And then the former Chelsea boy who's been gallivanting all over
Morata
came in and he happened. Yeah. But since he's let they do, but look at
Oyazabal doesn't play as a static nine. He's dropping into midfield to play.
Nathan, the point I'm driving at is that identify what the problems are. Look at yourself. What can we do to solve the problem?
Okay.
Come out with a plan and stick to the plan.
Yeah.
But in Ghana here, under the current regime, we've changed close to 8 coaches at the under 17 level in just 7 years. Close to 8 coaches. This is an FA that says they have paid somebody good money to write a DNA. Agreed?
Yeah.
They launched it. When you talk, they said the DNA is there. I don't know of a DNA that says you should change 7 coaches in 7 years at the under 17 level.
Okay.
We're not consistent.
What is that?
You need consistency.
Because other countries that have done well at youth level have one coach there for one. Juan Santisteban was in charge of Spain's under 17 team for decades.
For years.
Argentina used to have this guy.
I forgot, that's the one.
Peckerman was under 20 coach for
over 15, 16
for many years.
Yeah. He brought the likes of
Saviola, Messi, Pablo Aymar, Zabaleta,
Mascherano,
all of them.
He gave them.
He coached all of them.
Why is it that Ka Olenipo Akasioni? Could you translate?
So coach is saying that even if you are not bright or smart or you don't have knowledge, you can learn. Yeah.
Learn from the way others are doing it.
Coach, you see the thing on youth football, another example, like it's not like, see, sometimes when we speak, people think that we set too many unrealistic examples. So when we compare Ghana to Spain,
they say it's too far, no problem.
What about other African countries and that sort of thing? And I say this, look across to Senegal.
Yeah.
They are also here in West Africa.
Yeah. Senegal, next door, Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah, Côte d'Ivoire are here. You see, the thing about youth football, look, I said this last week, Coach, and I remember. Repeat. The youth football, it is science. It is scientific. If the youth teams are doing well, it's only a matter of time
before the
senior team starts doing well. Look, you don't need someone to drop from heaven to tell you this.
At all.
Even England, up until they start, there was a time when we were going to under 17. England was not taking under 20 under 17 football very seriously.
When they were beating them 4-0. When we won under 19 in under 20, we beat them 4.
When they started taking youth football seriously, they won what? They won under 17
in one year.
They won under 20. Today,
that same group.
What are they doing?
So the under 17 group was Phil Foden's group.
Yes.
Phil Foden, Maguire, Ryan Brewster, and then Hudson Odoi.
Yeah.
And then that same year, Dominic Solanke.
They came to under 20.
I think no. So the under 20 team of England won the under 20 World Cup in that same year. Yes.
No, and a few years down the line, after that, what has England's senior national team not done? In that since they started,
they've played 2 Euros finals.
2 Euros finals.
They've played 2
World Cup semi-finals. They've won World Cup bronze medal. Their first World Cup podium finish in 60 years.
It's not, look, it is not, you see, this is not, and look, and the English Premier League, up until they started paying attention to the youth football, the Premier League had always been strong.
Yes.
But they never were able to do anything. You know why that was the case?
No.
Because the likes, as talented as their players were, a lot of them were always meeting each other at the senior level for the first time. Lampard and Gerrard, our age mates, never played together at youth level before because England didn't care about
So
youth
they
football.
suffered at the
So
senior
when you
level.
take the two of them to the senior level to come and
There's
play
no
together,
chemistry there.
there's a problem. This is why England never succeeded.
Yes.
Even at the senior level, they were always struggling. But
They will
when
go
you
to the
start to
camp
build
and
youth
this is
football, the
Manchester
chemistry
United
is
players.
developed right from the start.
Yes.
It's science.
And you notice that in the last few years, let's say in the last 10 years, or even further back, they've started doing well in the European
And the 21s.
age-restricted
Yes,
competition.
yes.
So they go to under 19, maybe they'll get some quarterfinal,
Yes,
under
some
21,
semifinals.
some semi-final.
Yes.
We've gone to, look, that's one example. Another one would be,
You mentioned Senegal. Do you remember Senegal at a point were U17 winners?
yes,
U20.
Chan winners.
They were Chan winners.
Yes. U20.
They were U20 winners.
Yes.
They were senior team
Then they
winners.
were
Yes, at Africa.
And since they started that, they've played the AFCON final 3 times in what? In the last 4
3 times
editions.
in like 3-4 editions.
Yes. They've won 2.
No, they've played 3 finals in 4.
Yes.
Apart from that, let me give you another example. Look, I gave our example already. How youth teams form the bedrock of a very successful period for the Black Stars.
Yes, exactly.
Up until 2022, Argentina's last World Cup win was all the way back in 1986.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, 86, yeah.
Before 2022. That 2022 win, let's look at the players that formed the basis for that. They started at under 20 level, under 17, under 20.
All of them.
Messi,
Aguero. Messi played in the 2005 under 20 World Cup in Holland. Aguero played 2 under 20s that year and the year after in Canada.
Di Maria,
Olympic Games
with Messi.
Yes.
And Aguero.
Yes, 2008.
And the Barcelona, the Liverpool midfielder that went to Barca. What's his name?
Mascherano, yeah. Also, he played U20. I think.
Yes, also played U20. So the Argentina team that eventually won them those trophies.
It's a collection of players from different U20
and the 20 squad and the 17 squad. So you can't skip the process.
You can't. You can't. So, Neta, Spain, they'll win the next Euros. I'm saying it here.
They'll win the next Euros.
But you listened to Jurgen Klopp yesterday. I read some of it since he got confirmed at Germany. He said, look, it is not true that Germany is not a powerhouse. They still are. They don't need to have a Messi.
He said they don't have Mbappe, Doué, or Bakola, but it doesn't mean that they can't find a way to beat them.
Spain, which players do they have?
Good question.
Yeah, this squad.
Which players do they have?
They don't have any exceptions.
Rodri,
If you are grading their players,
Ferran
then now
Torres.
everybody now see a certain 19-year-old to be the star of it.
Yeah.
And this
the
is
team is the star. There are no star individuals.
There's no star. But look how dangerous this is. That 19-year-old came to the World Cup not fully fit.
And truth be told,
Lamine we saw in the Euros.
and Lamine Yamal didn't have a
It's
wonderful
so
World Cup. Oh.
That is why people
And they
should
still
be
won.
worried.
And they still.
Now you see what Barcelona are doing. That decision to bring in Anthony Gordon to go and buy the ball from Germany is to ease the workload on Lamine Yamal. The Spanish Association has called the people at Barcelona and have told them that, look, go and compare when Messi was 19 years to when Lamine Yamal
was 19.
Go and see the number of games both of them have played. Lamine at age 19, he's played over 120 games for Barcelona. That is
It's too much.
abnormal. It's abnormal for his development. When Messi came, there was Eto'o, there was Ronaldinho, there were
There's no
other
pressure
players.
on Messi.
So there was no pressure.
He came today, you play 1 or 2 days, he goes to the bench. Play 1 or 2 days, he goes to the bench. But Lamine Yamal was forced.
Yeah.
Javi's forced. Or Javi, he was compelled to promote a 16-year-old boy from the La Masia to come and carry the burden of the whole empire of the Catalan people. So the boy has been suffering from hamstring. He's too young to be experiencing that.
Yeah.
So they've sat there and they said, look, if we don't take care, we will not benefit from this. He's just 19. All things being equal, if they manage him well, he guaranteed them another 2 World Cups.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't hit His prime year.
Yeah.
Undrew year. So what has Barcelona done? They've gone for Anthony Gordon.
And then Karim Adeyemi.
They've gone for Adeyemi. These are players who will lessen the workload on Lamine Yamal, right? So that he would have his natural growth and pathway to proper
it's
success.
true, because they'll tell you too much football for young players will destroy them. If you want an example of too much football destroying a young talent, Michael Owen is one.
It's one.
Yeah.
So if you,
I don't think Arsenal will get anything from Declan Rice next season. I feel like the guy has been run to the ground.
He's drained.
I swear.
He's drained.
Declan.
So, too many games.
That guy has played too much
So
football.
the point is this: when I said they'll win the next Euros, Nico Williams came not fit.
Yeah.
Compare the form of these guys to what they showed us
In the
2 years ago in the Euros.
In the Euros, it was way better.
If they had shown 80%, they would have blown him away in this World Cup.
Yeah.
3-4. They came, they were not fit. I'm very
But
certain.
they were still the difference. Look at
I'm
Nico
still
Williams.
certain that 2 years from now, they'll be fit. They'll be better. And the team will be better off. More explosive. So please, can we learn from them?
We have to.
Can we learn?
So you spoke about.
It's clear that we are not learning because
So the principle
we have a
that-
DNA.
The principle that you said. So and a number of things we can take from Spain's win, as you said. First, identify the problem. What is the problem? Then you try to figure out a solution.
Go around it.
Of course, looking at your own context.
What you can
Boss,
you fix.
boss, don't go too far. We have identified the problem.
Okay.
We say we need to put our identity into a book
You
and
put it
start
into a book.
developing it from the start.
Uh-huh.
So we put together a DNA.
DNA, no problem.
The DNA defines our style of football and defines the profile of the Ghanaian player.
That's it.
Okay. Are we training coaches for that?
And
We
no,
are not.
Do we have coaches who are teaching that? That's number 2. Number 3, even if we do have coaches that are doing that at our youth teams,
Who is monitoring?
we are going to hire at the senior level a coach whose ideas
Is
are
completely
dramatically
antagonistic.
Thank you, coach. to our very DNA. So where is the linear progress?
Where is the progression?
So
So
we
we
understand.
are
So it's like we want to do the work at the youth level, and then when it gets to the top, we want to do it there. That's what we want to do.
Now, we saw coaching education. Let me read you something. Now, it says Spain has one of the highest numbers of UEFA's top coaching licenses, A or Pro, in Europe. And qualified coaches reach all the way down to youth level teams. A larger pool of adults who can teach directly raises both the rate of talent identification and the quality of
the
early
talent
stage
coming
coaching.
through. Yeah.
Spain's answer is that development is a coach supply problem before it is a talent problem.
So get the coaches first.
So meaning that Spain say that if we want to develop the talent, it's not player first.
No, get the
Coach
coaches
first,
then
which means that
start
if they do the pyramid, there are more coaches at the bottom.
No, but have you seen anybody establishing a school and start bringing students if they don't bring in a teacher?
and what you read.
It's common sense. Oh, it's common sense.
And those and you see and coach, you know the interesting thing.
Yehovah Ziba.
While the coaches are helping those players come up, the coaches themselves are also coming up.
Yes.
The English Premier League champion is a Spanish coach.
Yes.
The Chelsea coach
Is
is
a
Spanish. The Europa League champion,
It's a Spanish coach.
the World Cup champion.
It's a Spanish coach.
The
PSG
Euros-
are coached
By
by Spanish.
Spanish. So it is not that people just wake up.
It's not some juju or magic. No, no.
Last season, Real Madrid was also coached by a Spanish.
So please, we can only learn from them. Let's sit down. This is where I call on the government of Ghana.
Now government has to. This is where
Look, bring the FAP. You say, don't leave it to them. They are so incompetent. I mean, no.
Chris, even if they were competent, nobody has succeeded in football through
Without
the
government.
FAM. So government has to be
So
part.
come, sit down. Where is the plan? The Jemefe report is there. I am alive. Oti Akintin is alive. Masawudi Dramani is alive. Professor Minta is there. As for me, Keto Kreku will not call me. That is a fact. But do I want to work with Ket in the interest of Mother Ghana? Yes. He knows he cannot dictate to me. He knows he will not trespass. I can only know one tie. Yeah, Coach Jibo or Beshi. You are an administrator. Go and focus on that. I will tell him. Simple. When it's about issues of managing, go and do the paperwork. See, when we get onto the turf, pack yourself. Not killing. Simple. Later, imagine me in a national academy working with boys at primary school level, GHS. That is where I like. Not to say I don't want to, but if I can groom the boys there, like De La Fonte has groomed his boys there, they will believe in me and they will play for me. Imagine me not only teaching these boys football, or teaching them life, but I'm teaching them life. I'm teaching them basic academics. Yes. I teach. I'm a teacher. I teach. I don't run away from that. Later on chemistry. If you are not intelligent, you cannot break down Cambridge University chemistry for people to understand and go and apply.
Thank you very much.
I will teach you math. The other day I told you that I saw the Right to Dream maths question.
Yeah, you're saying you saw was it maths or chemistry?
Yes, maths question that they give to the players, the newly recruited players, before you are finally admitted to Right to Dreams. Obagma Kunta, Obagma Blofo, they'll look at the level, they'll polish. If you can, look, when I saw that, I said, this one, if I give it to my daughter in GHS 1, she will nail this, But the person told me that the boys are unable to do it. And I said, wow, we have lacking. Lami Yama, when he was winning the Euros, he was
writing exam.
Common sense no more. What we're learning? Or we are refusing to learn. Is that what it is? Right to Dream. Look, I saw their math questions in terms of,
algebra.
There's something called differentiation. Proper differentiation. It started with the very easy ones, then relatively easy, then the challenging ones, then the ones that are. It allows the coaches at that academy to see the starting intelligence of the boys. Football, when I say form a triangle, we are playing in the triangle. Back when you draw a triangle. No.
So as a player, you have to understand.
When I say we are playing in the diamond shape, back when you draw diamond, they understand that. Don't we learn how to draw figures in mathematics?
Yeah.
These were some of the questions.
And friend, I was reading something
I was so overjoyed when I saw those things.
About sporting excellence being tied to
education,
and intelligence. So, the best players turn out to be very, very intelligent. Yeah. Because to succeed at that level, your IQ has to be at a certain point. That's high.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's a lot of intelligence, decision making. You have to be sharp. You have to be, and it's all of those things combined. So look, it's not for nothing that some of the best dribblers of the ball are people we refer to as geniuses.
Yes, because
it is your understanding of space.
Of space. That is the way. Your understanding of space.
Yes.
And that is mathematics.
And that's mathematics.
It's math.
So the best dribblers in football are born mathematicians.
Yes.
Because
they calculate everything.
They know angles.
Yeah.
And exactly. I was watching that. It was this video that Thierry Henry was breaking down of Bruno Fernandes in the Manchester derby.
Yes.
The first goal United scored. That transition.
Yes.
And Thierry Henry was breaking it down that to play that kind of pass, you have to be smart. He says Bruno was carrying the ball.
He was
just looking around. He knew that eventually the pass goes to Mbeumo.
Yes, but he lured them towards Ahmad.
To touch, to take a certain touch, to now take the defender half a step away to open a certain small gap.
Now,
and the
you see what you are describing? It seems like something that will take days to do, but they are making that decision in seconds. You see,
and it just shows. As I said, they are
that is sharp.
They are born sharp, and I guess the sharpness has been improved by the football training they get.
Look at what Thomas does. When you call it that body feint,
Thomas Partey,
to do that body feint and get someone somewhere, they should already know what the other player's position is going to go. And how they could get them to go in the other direction for them to go this way.
I remember, it's a personal experience. When I started working with my juvenile team, some of the parents would say, Do you know what I would do? Nathan, those days, some of the children, to get their parent to release them to me, I have to go home and teach them, help them with their assignment.
Got that.
Look, I'm telling you. My goalkeeper, Ati, he was one of those. I had to go to some of them, teach them. There were times that I would, okay, you are all in class, the same class, so meet me here. And then we'll do your assignment together. And because they were all within the same area, they were all going to the same school. So once they're in the same class, they have the same assignment. So when I meet them, I clash them all. Before, the parent will say, now you can take them. It's not easy. Because like those days, football and education, parents had dissenting. Rascal boys, I'm a ball. Kubolo. Thanks to modernization, that gap has been bridged. Yeah. Now you see rich people who can afford the highest level of education. They are paying for their children to play football. Yeah. So already we've bridged the gap. So let's now bring everybody on board and get this thing done. But I thank God for a very important. The document as Michael forwarded the document to you.
No.
Let him forward it. In fact, the person has now given me, that was a summary. He's given me a holistic. Friend, I'll send the document to you.
Please do.
Send it to your mail so that you read. I mean, one of our callers, Isaac, he called it last week and he spoke about it. Eventually, he sent the document to me. I will send it to you, read. I'm almost done reading. If I promise him I'll be done today, but because of the death of I had a very disorganized day, so I've not gone through. But I'll finish, I'll forward it to you through your mail. Phantom, I intend to go and meet the minister, Honorable Kofi Adams. I said, look, this is something that a Ghanaian has put together. And I think it is beautiful. It will just use it as a base and play around.
And since you mentioned that, Coach, Nathan, before I know you want to take a break, right?
Yeah, we'll take a break. When we come back, we hand out awards.
Please, Mr. Honorable Dr. Atoforsen, the Finance Minister, the Sports Minister, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, President of the Republic of Ghana. It is important for us to stop this cycle of constantly spending money at the World Cup or at tournaments that go directly into individual pockets instead of institutionalizing the spending. The finance minister said that we spent 58 million Ghana cedis in support of Ghana's participation at the World Cup. I did the mathematics. And out of that 58 million, 90% of that money went into individual pockets.
How do you mean individual pockets?
We spent 1.7 million in paying appearance fees, and that is in US dollars.
That is 2.7.
2.7 million, sorry. $100,000 times 27 players, $2.7 million in paying appearance fees. That all went into who?
People's pockets.
Thank you very much.
So it's not like we're spending on
institutional spend. No, this is the problem we have as a country.
Yeah.
That every time we spend money, we spending it. Yes, we send it into individual pockets.
So they are benefiting, but the country is
yes. But the state isn't benefiting. Do you get the point I'm making?
Yes.
Because we also paid $30,000 as qualification bonuses after they made to run of 32.
$810,000.
Added to the 2.7, we are already over 3 million.
Yes.
Per diems, 150 a day times 41 days.
150.
160 something.
Look, if you take the players, they were 27. So that is 150 by 27 by 30, 41 days.
So that's it. We haven't included. Hold on. Plus a 300,000 fixed fee for the 5 management committee members. Added
310.
310. Thank you very much. Added. We have not added appearance fees for technical team members. We have not
other members of staff.
And we haven't added their per diems. And already we are at 5 million. You multiply 5 million by Bank of Ghana's rate of 11.6. We have about 47 or 57. Yeah. So all the money we spent at the World Cup
went into people's pocket.
We spent.
And yes,
that's what I mean by institutionalized spending.
Does that?
What I'm driving at is this. I don't have a problem with compensating players for their effort. Because also, by the way, we also paid $40,000 each to players as part of as half payment for qualification, because when we were playing the qualifying series, the winning bonus was 10,000. We agreed that we'll pay 5, and now when they qualify, we'll pay the remaining. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We have used over 40 players, but for mathematics purposes, let's just say that it's times 27. We won 8 games. Times 5,000. That's 40. So all the money we spent at this World Cup goes into people's pockets. That's my problem. No, but so at the end of the day, and you see, this is the premise for why the government also wants to take the money back, because they realize that all of this money didn't go into actually doing or developing anything football. Yeah. It went into individual. So if he went into individual,
when FIFA brings the money,
then bring it back, because the taxpayer needs to get the money back. So I'm saying that it's become a cycle that is so vicious that it is hurting the individual. Sorry, the states. No, it's hurting the people who are the football fans, and it's hurting the country's own developmental agenda as far as football or sports is concerned.
Imagine
so I have a suggestion.
5% of that money.
I have a suggestion.
Just 5% of that money. We've spoken about what Spain is doing. Let's educate our coaches. Take 5% of that money and educate coaches to train, to nurture,
and then infrastructure.
So then goes my suggestion. I would say there always comes like in every development agenda, every country that we've seen, or in order for anything to work, there always has to come a point where drastic measures are taken.
You have to take it.
And I'm saying that let's make this World Cup the starting point of our drastic change. So my suggestion would be, we would say, you know what? Look, we've done it, but this is the end. So when the World Cup money comes, the 12 million, the taxpayers have already sacrificed. We will not take that money back into consolidated fund. Instead, what we will do is that we will take the whole 12 million and we will open it up for bidding, for someone to come up with a proper legacy project design inside Pram Pram. We will invest this money into building that project in Pram Pram, so it becomes
Pram the Debbie.
No, coach, relax. I'm coming.
Okay, you finish.
I'm coming.
The Debbie.
Okay, no, Pram Pram is where we already have a land.
Now I'm saying no. The money is for the government of Ghana. It's for the FA. They can take it to Pram Pram. What we should be doing is what we said in the Jamafe report. We should be using that $12 million, divided into 3. One proper national academy, proper assets in the north side, in the central part, and then in
so we can build 3 of those.
We can do
so
that.
The crowd one can be in Pram Pram. Fair enough. No, the crowd one can be in Pram Pram. We can have one.
I'm a betting.
So what do we do there? The Pram Pram one can be different. Okay, it can. For me, one other thing that's important, it needs to have accommodation facilities.
Of course. Of course.
Like I'm talking world-class accommodation facilities.
It should be linked to education as well.
Yes. Several pitches, a gym,
do you know what
cafeteria,
can
basically a mini hotel that can accommodate up to 40 players. 40 beds in Pram Pram. Build world-class pitches, at least 3
grass pitches.
That's what I mean by world-class pitches. So hybrid pitches. So at least 3 of them. Maybe 2 of them full size, and you can have 2
the small sided games.
Exactly. Have a world class gym, have a pool,
we should point to something.
Yes, have some basketball courts or whatever, and use that as a camping base for our national teams every single time. Do you know what that's? It also stops
millions of dollars.
Hotel business, camping.
Let me tell you something. Because when we were going to the World Cup and they gave us money or for preparatory fee, we took it to Virginia to go and camp there. We went to Wales. We paid hotels there. Do you know why FIFA, when you are going to the World Cup, they offer tickets for every player and every official delegation member, but they buy the ticket or they offer the ticket to and from your home country.
Okay.
They don't buy your ticket from France because you play in France. They say if you are going to the World Cup, Jordan Ayew, your ticket will be from Accra to USA, Accra. Do you know why? Because all the serious countries with serious centers are camping and preparing in their country.
Bulani,
This is it. So FIFA's ticket will never calculate or incorporate where you are. No, it's from your home country to the destination of the World Cup.
So let me ask, in our case, we camped in Wales last before we went to the US.
We camped in 2 places. We camped in Wales and Virginia. Virginia wasn't part of the FIFA process.
So which tickets did FIFA give us to travel?
So what FIFA gave us? FIFA will reimburse you. They don't give you that. They don't issue the tickets.
Okay.
But they will calculate. They will know how much a ticket costs from Accra to America, USA and back to Accra. So they'll pay that component to you. So that's it.
So if you go and do
so
something,
where you buy from, that one is up to you. That is up to you. You understand? So I'm saying that if we look, do you know how much money we spend when the players come and go to Alisa for every game? So of the 10 matches we played in the qualifier, 5 of them were played at home. For all the 5 matches, they stayed at Alisa. Even the Black Queens. Let me give you a revelation now. The Black Queens that just went to Morocco. Before they went to Morocco, they were camping here. Where were they staying? Alisa.
They were at Alisa, okay.
They were there for 1 week. They racked up 1 million Ghana cedi debt at Alisa.
100,000.
1 week.
1 week, 1 million.
100,000.
So that's about $100,000.
Good.
100,000.
So let's say every time we play an international game here in Accra, that is the average. 1 million is what they rack up the hotel fees.
I hear the Alisa man say he's a good friend to the FA people.
You
I'm
don't
doing
know,
my
he's a
assignment.
businessman.
He's a businessman.
No, to be fair, he's not a good friend. He used to work for the FA. He was a management committee member. No, that one day is a fact. He was a Black Star management committee. So I'm saying that, please, Atofo saying, be considerate. Don't take the money back to consolidated fund. Yes. Sports minister, president, take the 12 million. When the 12 million comes, I'm saying take the 12 million. Don't take it to consolidated fund.
No.
But use it
to do a legacy.
Transfer. Do one-time legacy project. So we know that for this World Cup,
this is what we got.
This is what we got.
Once we start with that, every other World Cup will go. We have to see its legacy project. But we are expanding. We are getting better.
So we know that they are better. Because this whole idea of always giving money, paying bonuses, then when we come back, we won't collect the money back. Then we do that. Because it's not helping.
You know, when I heard the finance minister's statement that we spent 58 million, as usual, people were going crazy over the amount.
It went to pockets.
And until you explained and I explained, I was with Raymond Yamado on radio, and we all explained that when you look at it, you can tell that we actually did spend the money because all of it went into paying
bonuses.
All of it went into paying bonuses.
For the first time, the FA.
Yes.
Did they give us the entire list of the backroom staff? We don't know the list.
I don't.
We are just been told that there were 18. There were 20.
We don't even know how much they are taking in appearance fees.
No. And even that, you can as for Carlos Queiroz, you can guess because we know
he's always double
80,000.
No,
that's the salary.
That's the salary.
I say appearance fee.
The head coach will take times 2.
Even the bonuses.
The bonuses times 2. So I come to 260,000.
So which means that the 58 million there,
$260,000.
And this is my problem because see, let me even tell you. So I actually have it on authority.
Okay.
That the 58 million that the government of Ghana gave to the sports ministry to support the Black Stars World Cup participation, very little of it went into our actual preparation. Our actual preparation money came from the 2.5 million. Because after it all went into paying people.
All of it went into bonus.
Because how do you do that? Because let me tell you.
But how do you improve?
FIFA paid the 2.5 million the moment we qualify for the World Cup.
Yes.
So the FA started spending that money in our friendly games against Austria and Germany.
Okay. So
even that one, there's a problem.
What's the problem?
The problem is the German people call us. They spend the money. That 2.5.
No, there are components to it too. When we play friendly games, we pay appearance fee. The German will not pay that.
No, but the appearance fee.
We buy tickets for the players. They won't do that.
The country that invites us, we know, we negotiate, we make money. We make money from this one.
No, I don't think you make money.
No, we do.
Coach,
let me tell you, don't go. I can't say on record.
Okay.
I had a personal discussion with Ogboro people. I can't put the name there.
No, go ahead. I want to listen.
They admitted. That is why the minister will say, I'm not saying I had a conversation with the minister, That is why
listening.
when the minister sits in the press conference, he's asked, why haven't the FA accounted for the friendly games we play against Japan, Korea, Austria, Germany, Mexico? He said, I have directed them to bring me a proper account breakdown of those friendly games.
Yes, so that doesn't imply that there was money.
I'm saying that.
Come on, account doesn't mean
further conversation, which
I'm listening.
You know what? The way my life is, if I don't take it, I'll mention the person.
No, you don't mention it.
don't have
Go on.
To conclude on the narrative properly, I have to mention. So you go at the right time. I'll mention. You go.
Okay. So I'm saying that I've also spoken to sources. I've also spoken to sources.
Yeah.
And from my experience, okay, in this industry, I am more tempted to believe the narrative that I've also been presented, because that is what is in sync with global practice. So, for example, when I say that when you played against Austria, when you played against Germany, they will not pay you money. And that they didn't pay money. It is premised on this. Why should Germany pay you money to come and play them? Because you are who?
Korea pay money. Japan.
I'm giving examples. You relax. Those ones. When did we play those games? The Karen Cup. Those ones were in October. Those ones were right after the Comoros game.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So at that time, we didn't even get the FIFA money. I'm talking about where we spent our preparatory money. In March of the World Cup year, that's what, 3 months to the World Cup. We went to play Austria. We went to play Germany. You have to spend some of that money to buy. I said some of that. Yeah, no, you have to bring your players there to come. Yeah. The teams that invited you will take care of local logistics. So where you stay, your internal movement, pitches to train. But to bring your players, it's your players. You are also benefiting. Yes. So you fly them there.
So that
good. When you bring them, you want to, because all of them, remember that this is a senior national team. They travel with a chef. The food you are coming to cook there, Germany is not providing you the food. You actually bring the food from Ghana. Because it's Ghanaian food.
Yesterday, I was on a program.
So I'm saying that's where they started spending the 2.5 million. And I'm saying on authority, from what I've been told, that in those instances, like Austria, Germany, those two countries did not pay Ghana any money. Because in fact, it is in your benefit. It's actually a privilege that you got called by Germany. Come and play a friendly game.
Okay.
Because you are not some world-class Brazil that they should pay you.
But the problem is,
if anything at all, we should pay Germany to play there.
But the problem is,
but between the two of us, who deserves to be paid?
Friend, I was on a program.
No, I
understand you. I was on a program when somebody said that part of the 58 was used to prepare for those games.
No,
and but I didn't remember.
We have just done the calculation. The 58, some can't go there. No, it hasn't even finished in the pocket. It won't happen. It's not possible. So
I see. Look,
so even the 2.5, the GFA, to be fair to them, they've actually used it. That's what they use for all those friendly matches.
I see why people are ready to die
to get there,
to be part of.
Because
we know of people who were sacked though. As part of the technical team, they went and they knelt down and they begged. $100,000 and they bought me. Bonnie Bay, myself, and we tell me they got reinstated. Zebat.
This is still the Jupay Podcast live.
Ghana.
We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, I'll go through your comments and then we can open the phone line so you can share your thoughts on the World Cup, where you feel that, Ghana can learn a few lessons. And then I also asked the guys a few questions on their favorite moments of the World Cup, the best match they saw, the best goal they scored, who they think was the best player, all of that. We'll take a very quick break. When we come back, we have a lot more for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the Jupay Podcast Live.
Send money home with no headaches, with smiles on the faces of loved ones. It's convenient, fast and easy. Try me Jupay. Jupay has the best rates on market. We help you make the most of your money. Meet a need, send via Jupay. Try me Jupay.
Welcome back. This is still the Jupay Podcast Live. My name is Nathan Kwa. The guys are still here. Christopher Nimley and Fento Tahiru. Your comments are coming in. Let me go through them and then we will open the phone lines. So you can also join us. Charlie, Fent. I'm sure you've been seeing the very weird conspiracy theories being thrown about as to how people got to those conclusions. Only they can explain to us.
I don't want to dabble in that.
Anyway, I have a message here propounding one of the theories. So let's move. It says Argentina lost the final because they had to forfeit the cup or be suspended for 10 years. That's a load of bull crap. Forgive my French, but if you believe this,
then you can't help the person.
If you believe this, in the words of Damian Marley has a song called In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
Yeah, if you believe this, you are in too deep. To believe that Argentina had to lose the final. No, but if you believe this, you are in too deep. Really, you need to take a step back because that is not true. There's no way. I don't even know what to say. There's no way in heaven that's going to be true. Anyway, this one says, Coach Nimley is an amazing football mind. The man is sharp. Very impressive. Coach, you're getting a lot of love here. This one says, we need to investigate the GFA on the money spent on the Black Stars. That's what the GFA. In this case, what have they done? What we need to do, the person who sent the message, what we need to do is to have a serious conversation about putting the money into better things, not paying bonuses. Because remember, the bonuses were approved by the government, by the ministry. So anyway, this one says Adnan Januzaj was destroyed by too many games too. Well, that's also true. This one says, I think Barcelona has learned from the Ansu Fati situation. Too much football gave him a lot of injuries and that damaged his career. This one says, Akanji is a mathematician too. If you don't know maths, you can't understand football. This one says, Coach Nimley to the whole world. I know him from Medina and Dodowa when I was in Ghana. Another message says, it will always be a mystery that the things that need to be done are known by the common person, but the people in charge do not seem to have a clue. All right. And this one says, Salamatu, we salute. Friends, so people are mentioning your name here, your newfound name. And all of that. Anyway, you can send in your calls. You can send in your calls. The number will be on. Yes, it is on now. +1 302 681 0800. +1 302 681 0800. +1 302 681 0800. This is the Jupay Podcast Live. You can send in your comments. You can equally give us a call. I would love to hear from you. Let me go back to the guys whilst we await some calls and some messages. Fen, let me start off with you. You saw a part of the World Cup in person and you saw the rest just like all of us far away via the screen. If you had to give me some of your top moments of the World Cup, which top 3 moments would you choose?
For me, I think I would say Cabo Verde's story at this World Cup.
Okay.
Their goalkeeper, Vozinha's story, brilliant. And they also gave me, for me personally, my favorite football game of the tournament. Cabo Verde versus Argentina.
Okay. That's your favorite game of the World Cup.
Boy, I thought that was a superb game of football. They had everything. Combat, bravery, superb goals, and underdog story. Like the storylines in that match, Argentina on the verge of getting kicked out and then fighting their way back in. And I think for me, like I thought that all the 104 games of football, for me personally, that was my favorite game. And I just thought that Cabo Verde's, I think they were the headline makers of this World Cup. They, their goalkeeper's story of going into the World Cup with just about 19 or 20,000 Instagram followers and leaving with over 20 million. I don't think that has ever happened.
No.
Vozinha has more followers than Tom Brady. Yes. No, that's crazy. The GOAT of American football. Vozinha has more followers than Tom Brady.
all because of his 3 weeks that he spent
The 3 weeks
in America. That is like only the World Cup can give us these kinds of stories.
Just
And for
hold
me,
on.
that was.
I think we
that
have a
was
caller on the
ridiculous.
line. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Nathan. This is Isaac calling from Brighton and Hove, please.
All right, Isaac, please go ahead. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Good evening, Coach, and good evening, Chetty. As Coach is taking his stone, it will also be important for me to take my stone as well, because last week I told you that Argentina would have a red card based on their temperament.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yes. So let me also take my prediction stone. I beg.
Have your stone.
Anyway, the podcast has been interesting, and it's something we all listen because we learn and also take a cue from it. And kudos to all the guys in the studio. More grace to their elbows. I would like to say that for me, I always say that what Spain is doing, we as Ghana had it before, and we've not been able to handle it properly.
Yeah.
See, what Spain is doing is nothing from what we had. All right, when you look at under 17 from 93, 95, you could see how we used to enjoy ourselves on the pitch. The only thing is that we've not been able to modernize that structure properly.
Yeah.
And that is where we are lacking, we're having a problem, because we already have players who inherently are gifted when it comes to technical ability. We are strong. We have the physique. We can move. We are quick. And this is something that is peculiar to us, but we've not been able to harness it properly.
Yeah.
And that is where I believe that we need to take a look at it properly and start from the ground up. Like Coach said, when we've left everything to the GFA to the point that, they are not being able to manage things properly. And I believe that Ghana by itself, or the country or the state, should be able to take a lead in making sure that we take away some power away from the FA when it comes to this player issue. Because we can see that they've already formed a cabal, and most of these under 17 players or whatever it is come from within their player ranks, which means that other opportunities that people need to get or have a look in is deprived, because it's only ring-fenced around a few people who have clubs, and that does not serve the interest of the nation as well. So it is time that government finds a way to invest properly and decouple that monopoly and ensure that Ghanaians get a fair look or a fair opportunity to be able to get the right and quality talent that need to represent our country. You and I both know that when you go into the Zongos, go into the interlands, go into deep areas of Ghana, there are better players than those that are in the national team today. And we all know that. You understand? We are not short of talent at all. What we are seeing is the tip of the iceberg. We have quality players. It's all about good scouting, having a system that works properly, that gives everybody equal opportunity. You understand? Because if we don't do that, we are only going to use substandard players, and we, the Ghanaians who are supporting, are always going to get the BPs. Because we do believe that we have more than what we are producing. It's only a few people that are sitting somewhere who are managing the sport in a way that benefits them. You understand? And what benefits the country? Because if indeed I will bring players out and I can sell them and make some money, what will be the use of doing the extra work of going down there to look for quality players to come and play?
Yeah.
There is no incentive. There's no motivation to do that. The motivation is making money. And that is why it's important that government steps in and break that chain.
Yeah.
You understand? And make sure that it leads and shows the way. Because if players we have 30 Thomas parties in Ghana, you know what it means to the Ghanaian economy? It's a huge, big. See, we only look at it from that point of playing, but you're not looking at the rippling effect that it has on the economy. If Thomas Partey would earn about £200,000 a week, if he even invests 10% of that in our economy, we have 30 or 40 players within that salary range. Do you know what that means for the country? Over like a 20-year period? It's a huge deal. You understand? So, no matter what, government will still have, something to laugh about, because whatever they earn is coming back home.
Yeah.
Most of their things they earn will come back home. it will have a rippling effect to other people in the country as well.
Yeah.
They have families, they have brothers, they have cousins. Everybody gets some part of the cake to enjoy. So I do believe, look at this Jenga. You know the Jenga game?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know it's from Ghana?
Oh, I see.
As Osia Dine.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think I heard that some time back.
However, today, those who own the copyright aren't Ghanaians. It's by Hasbro.
Yeah, the toy makers. Yeah, Hasbro, the toy makers.
That's right. Meanwhile, this is something that is from Ghana, where children go into sawmills and get small chopped woods and use it to do that. That's what I'm saying. That we have that as Ghana, but they will not be able to modernize it. Somebody has, and this person that brought it, who is a British lady, the family were in Katakra. They used to play the game in their house, and they brought it here, modernized it, and today they are making money off it. We don't even own any copyright, even though they tell us that from Ghana, we don't own anything around it. That is where we are as a country. We don't take anything serious, and until we do so, we'll always be wallowing, in these things. And this is all our country. Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you so much for your call. You can also join the show. Give us a call, +1 302 681 0800. I think there's a caller on the line. Hello.
Yo, hello. This is Mohammed Awal Hudu from UK.
All right, Mohammed, please go ahead.
Yeah, my regards to you, and then you, and then Coach Christopher Nimley.
Okay.
Coach was talking about the fact that we need to learn from Spain. For me, I don't think we don't need to learn from Spain. We need to learn from ourselves, because there was a time, if you're going to remember, Nathan, do you know, if you're going to remember, from 91 to 1997, every under-17 sees Ghana in the final.
Yeah, 91, 93, 95, 97. Yes, true. We played 4 straight finals.
Yeah. So why do we learn from this? So it tells you that we have it. Yeah. But we stopped along the line, and that's the big problem. And under 20 or so, we saw ourselves in 1993 in Australia. And of course, apart from that, we were 93 was the U20, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about under 20 Australia. In 1993 we lost to Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in Malaysia 97, even though we couldn't win a medal, we were in the semi-finals before losing against Ireland during the days of Damien Duff.
Yes.
Yes, 99, we couldn't reach the medal zone after losing against Spain.
We lost in the quarterfinals.
We were the runners-up.
Yeah.
So the problem is we have it, we know it, and we decided to left it off the hook. That's the main problem. So I typically understand what you're saying. We don't need to learn from Spain. We only need to learn from ourselves. That is the only problem that I think. Thanks. My regards to Coach Christopher Nimley, Fenjue Unita.
All right. Thank you.
What are you doing in the UK?
Yeah, I'm studying Masters of Science in Sports Management, University of Stirling.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right. All the best with your study.
Yeah.
Awal is one of our Kumasi boys. He used to be at Kesben, right?
Yeah, Kesben, yeah.
Okay.
Kesben,
all right.
So he's a sports journalist.
He's a sports journalist. So he gets what we're saying. Anyway, thank you. All the best with your study, and wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. You can give us a call, +1 302 681 0800, +1 302 681 0800. This is still the Jupay Podcast Live. You can drop your comments as well. Would love to hear from you. And I think you can also give us a call. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Good evening. My name is Tommy. I'm calling from Liverpool.
Okay. All right. You're calling us from Liverpool. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. So basically, I think our main problem is our leadership, especially at the sports GFA and the ministry, because we already have the template. Dr. Nkrumah did it for us. Mr. Ben Kofi did it for us. Or Hinijan did it for us. Like the last caller was saying, we used to qualify under 17 to every tournament. So how come that we are no more doing that again? Is it about selfishness?
Two things. Two things. One reason because yeah, no problem. But the point is, since we are talking about us.
We also need to be honest with ourselves.
We have to be honest with ourselves. When the MRI was introduced in 2005, from that point onwards, that's been that's why we don't qualify for as many under 17 World Tournaments.
That's why we no longer qualify.
And then the other reason,
because we aren't doing the right thing.
Because we are not doing the right things,
and we were cheating. Because we were not doing the right thing, we could still qualify because we were cheating. Now we can't cheat.
Now we can't cheat.
So we have to do the right
things.
So we can't qualify.
I get your point there, but what about the under 20?
Same thing.
And also, the MRI, you have to go from 17 to 20 to
same thing. So we are basically not doing what we must
but
do.
Even under 20, under 20, we can also cheat in under 20, but we are not qualifying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That
for the under 17, I think
because we are not doing the right thing.
Let me give you a perfect example. You see, we played the All African Games. That was a tournament meant for under 20. We won.
Yes.
But after winning, that entire team got dismantled. I told them when they brought the team, I said, these are old men. These are old players.
Old waddies.
They are old waddies. They've all grown past the ages of 20.
But that was U23.
That was U23, but they were more than 23 years. But now those guys, they should be feeding to the Black Stars, right? So we are not only cheating.
Exactly.
We are so dishonest with our selection. You understand? This is why I've always said that if you have an FA president who believes that under his regime, no coach will select players into any of our national team without him making an input in the selection, it means we are doomed. This is somebody who has never coached before. He has never played the game. He's an administrator. But he thinks that he's got over 5 to 6 football teams all by himself. So his players should be given opportunity. Not only him, members of the ESCO. They all have their teams. Look, when Laia Kingston was the under-17 coach, when he was building his team, there was a counter team.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, there was a parallel.
There was a counter team.
There were 2 teams. He called the team to camp, and they called another team
to camp. And shockingly, the other team, if you look at the embodiment of that team, it was made up of members of the ESCO. They are players. Jesus Christ! If you do that at the expense of the taxpayer, God will punish you.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, then what is the way forward? Because we are
give up.
Indeed.
Give up.
Look, one of the way forward is that we are to detach the management of our national teams from these people. It can be done.
You see,
the Jamafe Commission clearly said that the government of Ghana, the national team belongs to us. We should set up
one management board.
And in that management, you have only 1 or 2 people from the FA. Their work there will be very simple. Bring us the timetable of FIFA. Let us know when we are playing this. But they don't poke their noses into what we do at the national level with our national teams. So the board, which is government-centered.
And the other thing, the other thing that we can do or must do as a country is tie football with education. So if we develop school sports properly, players get chosen from competitions. They are not chosen from clubs. They are not chosen from Division 1. They can be playing division, but you see, the basis of their selection will be from school competitions. So there's no favoritism as to, the person is in my team, but we pick the person from school to play. And that is where the state comes in. Set up national academies where you can recruit players from competitions, put them in school, the school that is managed by the government. So they go to school and they play for the country. It's easier that way, but anyway.
Yeah, but the template was there. That was what we used to do. Under 12, Milo under 12, they will pick them, then they will groom them, take them to Winneba.
My brother, the beauty then is, at the time, those who were running the football, they didn't have football team. Those who were making those decisions, they had not formed their own personal football
On
teams.
top of that, too, they didn't have any interest in player sales.
In player sales.
That time,
You understand?
yeah, but things have
and
changed.
since he mentioned the Winneba, I think that's also a good idea.
Yes.
I forgot to
We need
mention
to
the
revamp
Winneba Sports
Winneba.
College is a
Inside
perfect
of-
environment for coaching training
Yes.
and education.
Yeah.
So some of that World Cup money should
go
go there.
into revamping Winneba.
Absolutely.
That should be our
Absolutely.
sport university.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
Thank you for calling. We appreciate that. Let me see if we can get
All
a
right,
few more calls. All right, thank you. Let's get a few more calls.
Aga Lucas 80 rest up the grade. When Kenya can
Yeah, Lucas is going to
Pade
rest
na
up.
kale wo ball
Talk-
le fe atana
Oh,
kale.
relax. Talking about that.
Lucas.
So Black Stars players are on the move. Derek Lucasen has gone to Red Star Belgrade.
Lucas,
Fatai Sahaku's gone to Ipswich.
good move.
Gideon Mensah has gone to FC Cologne.
Good move.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Anyway, let me take this caller quickly. 2 more calls.
Yeah.
All right, and then we wrap it up. All right, hello.
Nathan,
Yep.
Nathan, can you hear me? This is Safu. I was telling friends, getting on the Jupay call line is the most difficult thing ever. Hey,
Hey, Safu.
you guys have a lot of listeners.
You see, Safu, he doesn't want to pay something small for
You
protocol.
you go Canada. You know see Safu.
I said you should pay something small for protocol to get on the call.
He doesn't want to
He
pay.
doesn't want to pay.
You think they chop Canadian dollar?
Make you know mine. When I went to Toronto, I saw him.
And he didn't give you anything for me.
No, he didn't give me.
Hey, Safu, say
No,
nothing.
do you think Safu he cares about us?
Hey,
Do you think Safu cares about
What
us?
do you
No,
mean for two?
Nathan.
300 Canadian dollars.
Wait. On that note, when I went to Toronto,
Yeah.
they ganged up. Huh?
Who are they mentioned?
They ganged up and came to find me, their chairman, Susu Graham.
Wow, look.
Safu Prema for lawyer. Ahmed, fine boy. Hey, 3 of them plus their blogger friend. They came to find me.
Which one? Which blogger? Number one? Is it number
Yes,
one?
number
blogger?
one.
I know
Number one blogger.
Good. The 4 of them.
Boys,
Brother, they live all over Canada. They came to Toronto to find me. I took them to a bar that evening by force.
boys,
Hold on.
boys,
You went to rather.
boys
You are not
funny.
listening to me.
Charlie,
Coach,
no,
listen.
let's listen to what Safu has to say.
We
boys are not funny.
We
They are living well,
we
and
went
they've forgotten about
to a
us.
bar. When they finished, I said, "Oh, my small boys who live in Canada have come to do me a show." They gave me the bill. Their chairman is in town. I should pay.
Hey,
Is this how we live?
yes, Safu. I am we have to do.
And I paid. If this was Ghana, they would have asked for taxi money. But thankfully, it's not Ghana. So if I give them cash grant, they can't use to pay the Uber because the Uber is connected to the car. So now I just dispatch them and disappear.
No problem. Safu, please go ahead. We are listening to you.
You see, friends, opinion depending. When you meet your senior man, you have to let the senior man pay. But that aside, one thing I've been following the show, and one thing I have realized that in every World Cup we've gone to, be 2006, be 2010, 2014, whenever we come, the conversation is like this. But one thing I see very different from the post-World Cup conversations we are having now is how to actually move forward with it.
Yes.
My thing is, as for coach, as for you, as for Nathan, you can do what you can do. And for someone, you friends, as someone who said you even have a lot of things, if you say, could shake foundation, but you are very careful with some of the things you bring out. It means the problem is worse, but we are actually, even this is like the most diplomatic way we can present it. You can do your best. Your best you can do is to advocate for it. It's left with government and politicians to buy it. In 2024, when we went for the demonstration, when Coach, Sadiq, Veronica, Nathan was there, Achu was there, when they presented the path to what they think could make Ghana football better, and Prosper came for that demonstration to come and receive whatever, and the crowd booed at him and literally got rid of him over there. Parliamentarians took note of all these things you are saying. Many of the things you are talking about, you had some of those suggestions. But after that, nothing happened. Till we went to the World Cup and we saw these same parliamentarians, albeit a different government, show up at Black Stars, Black Stars come to, and I'm wondering and I'm asking myself, like, is this the only time we act? We are a country, we don't want to like really work towards the thing. and we just want the finished product. I'm leaving, like you said, we came all the way from Canada to see this in Alberta. I'm in British Columbia. The mom bloggers in Calgary. We are all over. I'm in a town in British Columbia where I don't even think this town is bigger than where I stay at Taifa. But everywhere you go, there are pitches, there are grasses. I went to play dropping football yesterday, and I'm thinking that these small pitches for dropping football, these ones, they don't even make kids play on. If it was in Ghana, this would be a Premier League stadium. This is freaking of being a Premier League stadium. And this is a country that football is not their number one priority. But they have this like at least trickle down money for these kind of things. There's a country as Ghana who says we are a footballing nation. We had that same mentality, but then did AstroTurfs, which didn't last for long, which were used for funerals and stuff like that. You know, some of these things have to be the AMAs, the Metropolitan Assembly, assemblymen, all of these things have to be trickled down. Make sure that these people at least are going to be custodians of these pitches. To make sure that people have access to it, and it's not. I heard Coach talking about it last time, I think, on another group podcast, talking about people have to pay like $500 to access these.
Yeah. Depending on the size, depending on the neighborhood, you are paying 300, 400, 500 cedis for 2 hours to play football.
It's my last suggestion, I would say, so that I get off the line so others will talk, is Trent has given a suggestion. My thing is, there are millionaires in this country who I saw some of them when we went to Toronto. I couldn't believe some of these big men we talk about. They were just like walking around, also going to work. They all love football. If there are ways, they can all help, because this country, if you overly depend on government, nothing is going to get done. If people, through their own volition, love football like they want to see, if you're in a very small metropolis, if you're in a small place like, say, Taifa, Dome, Kwabenya, you can help build these things, put up money for very, very small size pitches. Sometimes we don't even need the biggest of pitches. We have under 10s, under 12s developing who would need all these. We should all do, and it should be a national concern rather than, because this time I know we are all going to go to bed and we will all rise up when we are going to the next AFCON in Tanzania and Kenya and Uganda, which I will be there, so I expect to see you, friends.
Okay, all right. Safo,
so thank you guys very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for your call. I think we'll wrap it up, and then we'll call it a show. Chris, I didn't get your top moments, top match.
Oh, but I've told you already that for me, my surprise package, which more or less favorite team was Cape Verde. You remember I highlighted that just after the first two games. I saw them as a team that made me very happy. The commitment, the passion, the desire to play for their country. Nobody doubted that. All they needed to do was to show up, and you are guaranteed 100%. My shock of flop of the tournament. I mean, the game that really got me so mad was that Senegal-Belgium game. I just didn't understand why Paptiao and why he lost his job. And his backroom staff threw that game away. But that was another opportunity for an African team to go to the next. I think if they had gone to the next, they would have beaten the USA and they would have progressed further in the tournament. So that was, a game that I just don't like to reference. Yeah. Because anytime I reference it, I got
it's very disappointing.
Yeah. And then of course, Spain did the job. I always knew they would do it. But one player who then got me to believe that football is scientific was Kubasi.
Paul Kubasi.
I think, look, I've never seen a teenager defend like this. The level of his consistency, the technicality with his game. Thank God for Laporte, who was very close to him, very experienced.
To guide him. Yeah.
All he needed, or all he has needed, has always been guidance. His technicality is not in doubt. So once that big voice, controlling voice is closer, he will do the job. I think he deserved to be the young player of the tournament. And of course, you remember when Rodri was voted the Ballon d'Or winner a few years back? I was one of those. I was virtually one of, I think, among all the journalists, sports guys, I was one of the only person who said that if I'm given the chance, I'll vote for him again. He's that sort of player that if you pluck from the setup, if you don't take care, it will crumble
We
down.
saw it at Man City.
We saw it at Man City.
Yeah.
When the 2 seasons that they missed him, they failed to win the league. Last season he played, but it was sparingly. The season before he got hurt, they couldn't win it. And again, he did show that football is more of a brainy work than Rodri, if you watch him, 90% is his brain.
The movement.
The receiving of the ball, the observation.
There was something
the
I saw
and the action
in the World Cup.
was spot on.
Something that encapsulates everything Coach said. There was a break Argentina went on. Was it in the second half? Somewhere. So the ball breaks down the left-hand side, right? And the Argentine player, I can't remember who it was, starts to run. And then so as the play breaks, Rodri tends to see, even before the ball gets, he tends to see that, no, this is where this player is likely to go. So he starts running. And by the time the player gets there, Rodri is already there with his big frame, long legs, long arms, blocks the guy off completely, takes the ball, turns, and starts everything. And I was watching, that stood out for me, really. Anyway.
It's something that they used to do at Man City as well.
Yeah.
That technical foul.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why I didn't even foul the guy.
Yeah,
but to just step in brilliantly and just,
He read the situation
just
before
put
the
the guy
always
away.
see where he's going.
Yes,
So,
always see where he's going.
yeah.
Anyway, I mean, in terms of awards, I think Rodri would win Best Player? I didn't see it, but I'm not surprised.
I was surprised.
In terms of players who impressed me, I was very happy with Jude Bellingham. Maybe my own biases are sure. I think individually he made a strong case. And I think that Tuchel, maybe as coach, will need to think about, okay, what can he do with this guy? Because I think he's great. Senegal disappointed me with the way they exited. Morocco, not so much, because I kind of felt that 2 reasons. One, because there's this extra game to play. And then they met France. And my disappointment in Morocco was I think they showed France maybe too much respect. And I thought maybe they could have tried better. But, that's that. My favorite match of the tournament, friend, believe it or not, is England 6, France 4. Do you know why? Do you know why I like such games? I like it when goals are scored.
Goals are what
My second favorite game of the World Cup is Germany 7, Curaçao 1. Why? Because I believe that when you are better than the opponent, better beat them and beat them good.
Fair enough.
So they know that they are not your size. So those are my moments of the World Cup. Anyway, guys, let me wrap it up. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Chris, thank you so much. And let me thank everybody for tuning in to join us in terms of the Jupay Podcast Live. So what we did was we started way before the World Cup and we've taken you through the World Cup. But the Jupay Podcast Live is not going on hibernation. We are not burying the podcast. The podcast will be back to focus on other interesting things when the football season starts. So be on the lookout for the new season of the Jupay Podcast Live as we look at club football. And club football is long. So we'll be here regularly to tell you about the interesting things happening, to talk about games, moments, matches, transfers, all of that between the start of the next season and the end of the next season. And we'll all be powered by very good friends at Jupay. If you have a need to meet that need by sending money via Jupay from the US, Canada, and from the UK. And it's great. Sign up, enter your details, create your account, and you can send money seamlessly to Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Kenya, and South Africa, to Momo numbers, to bank accounts. You get a great discount if you use the promo codes Coach Nathan and Fento. And then there's a wonderful array of things you can enjoy. Great service, great customer support, great goodies and all coming your way in the next football season. So thank you for watching. We'll catch you in a few weeks when the new football season starts. And there are other things cooking on the Jupay YouTube channel. So subscribe, Jupay Official, on YouTube, and follow them on X, Instagram, Facebook, and all the other platforms as well. Many shouts to the technical guys, our producer, Sean, Evelyn, John, Chris, the lights and camera guys, the big men at Jupay. Thank you so much for making this platform possible. And thank you to you, our viewers and our listeners. Without you, we have no show. So we appreciate that. We'll catch you in a few weeks when the new football season starts. Until then, stay safe, take care, and please keep using the Jupay app. We'll catch you later. Have a good one.